Meet John Clare, a man who simply loves motorcycling and everything it represents. It all started back in 1954 when John wanted to open a motorcycle shop in their garage in their family home in Welland. Needless to say, their neighbors would have nothing to do with that. So John found a building to begin his business in Fenwick, Ontario. The original Clares Cycle and Sports is and has always been a family business. In the early days, John's father Ed Clare and brother Bill were very much involved with the business. John's wife Donna, son Randy, daughter Robin, niece Pam, nephew Darren, and granddaughter Martha all continue to play important roles in contributing to the success of the business.
Smallish sort of building. It was what they could afford at the time, and it really wouldn't have been by any marketing standpoint an ideal situation, but I think it turned out to be ideal at the end of the day. So
every renovation, you can see my grandfather's initials in lots of the pieces of concrete within the building. I remember as a kid, helping out and working, that he never turned a customer away. We were supposed to close at 7 o'clock at night. I would have to go home, do homework. I wouldn't get out till 8:30 at night.
While John and the rest of the family were building the business in Fenwick, John's other love was being at the racetrack.
When my mom and dad got married, it was a week before my mom's birthday. They got married on March 5th so that they could go down to Daytona and go to the races.
What I really remember and relish is the enduro days when they would ride enduros across Ontario. So we would all load up in the truck and the van and go to various spots.
And the fun part was, doing the gas stops and anticipating him coming through, especially the ones, these big mud holes, he's got to make it through.
My most vivid memories would be in the fall time. The leaves were turning, and it was a great opportunity to be out with the family, and we would ride from spot to spot.
Thank goodness my mother enjoyed the stuff that my dad did, because it would have been difficult for her all these years.
My mom has been a tremendous asset, I believe, for my dad and success, being there and willing to go along and never really complain about it. So.
As Clare Cycle and Sports began to grow the business in Fenwick, a special bond was being formed with the Dealey organization.
In 1965, Dad was the largest Yamaha dealer in Canada, out in the middle of nowhere. And in those days, we have to remember that travel was not what it is today. So we had the chance to go to Japan.
Oh yeah, because I remember my dad sending home a postcard. He would send individual ones home to us. And he sent one to me, Robin, look at this. He says, you'd look, really cute in one of these Japanese costumes.
While Clare's was successful with the Japanese brands, Harley-Davidson, now with Fred Dealey Imports in the early 70s, became more of a driving force.
At one point, he had gone to Trevor and said, every time I bring 10 of these motorcycles in and I'll lose 9 friends. And Trevor had said, John, stick with it. New things are coming. There's a better product coming along. Have some faith.
There was something in what Harley was doing, and my dad, everything that they wanted him to do, he seemed to follow and grasp.
John really stuck to his faith in the product and really his faith in us, the Dealey organization. There were some rough years there, I got to say, but I think that allowed the business to grow with Harley-Davidson and with us.
John was a solid guy, always was a solid guy, was straightforward, and one of the things that we valued very highly was that he was honest in his dealings with us.
I was a sales rep for Dealey Harley-Davidson, or Fred Dealey Imports, and I had the opportunity to go into Clare Cycle in Fenwick. And I met John, and what struck me the most was his integrity.
As Clare's entered the 80s and 90s, Harley-Davidson's brand success helped take the dealership to the next level.
When you have a great supplier and great distributor and can stick with them, and they have had this consistency over the years, it was the strength of the Dealey organization that really kept us on and kept us growing and sticking with Harley-Davidson.
In 2008, a lifetime of motorcycling culminated in the official opening of Clare's Harley-Davidson of Niagara, a real tribute to John Clare and his family.
Describe my dad. That's always a tough one when you're asked to describe your dad.
an all-around genuine person who just loved motorcycling.
To me, it's a great honor that your friends stick by you through thick and thin, and it really speaks to your character.
For somebody that didn't finish high school, he's done fantastic.
Go safely, my friend, and I hope you're aging like some of the good wines in Niagara.
A great rider, racer, retailer, and family man. Congratulations, John Clare. We present to you the Dealey Harley-Davidson Canada Lifetime Achievement Award.